think is sometimes overlooked by business owners, and that is that oftentimes we feel frustrated, we feel lonely, and we feel more or less depressed. And I think that's something that happens to business owners, and when it does, it's difficult because most of us don't have a support group. Most of us, all we have is ourselves, or maybe a spouse or a friend that we can talk to. And if that goes on long enough, if the frustration, the overwhelm, the stress goes on long enough, it really starts to wear on you. And eventually you really start to burn out. Burnout isn't, it's not just a buzzword. It's not just a word about something that happens to other people. It's real. I mean, I went through it. I had a great business. I was doing really well. It was my dream business. I've been doing it for the best part of 15 years when all of a sudden I started waking up every morning, and rather than jumping out of bed and wanting to run out and start doing stuff, I started jumping out of bed and, oh, wait a minute, I didn't jump out of bed. And I started thinking about how much I hate this job. Now, that burnout over the course of a couple of years really started to wear on me. And it really wasn't a good thing because burnout's never good, but it started to tear down my business because rather than being energetic, excited, and getting things done, I was finding reasons not to do things. And it's real. I didn't see it that way as it was happening. But what was really happening over the course of time was I was getting in this, I called it a funk, that was just bad, and there wasn't anything good about it. And, realizing that you're in that burnout and that you need to talk to somebody or that you need to find somebody who understands what you're going through so that you could really be able to start to come out of it. Now, for me, it took, it took a pretty good bump against my head to realize that I was doing that. And I've always claimed I was pretty conscious of my feelings and my awareness was pretty high. But what I was really finding out is that I was buried under a bunch of emotion that just wasn't good. It wasn't positive. And because of that, it really became an issue. And the issue became that I don't like the business anymore. I don't like doing what I'm doing. And it became more difficult every day to do it. So what do you do when that happens? What's your way out when the funk gets you? When the stuff that is happening in your daily activity, when it gets too big, what do you do? Do you, some people drink, some people go party, some people do things that aren't positive. Some people dig in and do more of it because that's what they do and that's the way they feel and they just have to keep going. That persistence helps to drive you through it. In my case, I started saying I need to take more time off. And time off is a good thing. But I found that I was probably being negative in what I was doing because I was doing things I shouldn't have been doing. Whether it was maybe drinking too much or not paying attention to business while I was taking time off, it became difficult. And I think sometimes you have to make that realization that you're burned out and that you need help. Asking for help and finding help is not negative. Asking for help when you're a business owner is almost impossible to do, or at least it was for me. Because as a small business owner, you think you can handle anything. You think you've got this supernatural superpower that gives you the ability to do everything that you need to do in your business, and nobody else can do it. And I think that's pretty much like what it is, and it happens. It's it's rough, it's tough, and it's hard sometimes to really do the things that you need to do. So, what I found was having somebody to talk to or something to talk to and get excited about it and to come back from that funk was a big deal. And it really started to change things. It changed things in my life overall, but it also changed my mind to where I could do the things I needed to do to keep going, one, and then to face reality that I'd outgrown the business. I needed to get out of it. I needed to move and get into a new venture, a new idea, a new concept, and really become excited again. And I think that's what we all need to do. But sometimes we need that bump against the head or the whatever it is that it takes to realize that you need to talk about it. And that being burned out is not something you can work through sometimes. It's something you have to find some help. And whether that's a coach, a mentor, a friend, or a AI chatbot, all those things can help you. It's just a matter of what you're ready to do. And it's really nice to know what's going on in your world and why it's happening, and to understand that you really are able to and ready to move. Don't look at burnout as negative. It can be positive. It can be a good thing. And I hope that you'll find some hope in this today. If you're in that burned out, overwhelmed state in your business, I'd like to talk to you. We'd like to help you. And I think that's really important that you have somebody to reach out to. So if you're finding that that's where you're at and you're thinking that you want to do something different or you'd like to at least talk about it, I'm here for you. That's what it's all about. And helping each other and being kind and generous to each other with our time and our thoughts. It's a positive thing. And it's something that as a coach I enjoy doing. I love to help people. I love to make that happen. And I hope that you're all there and that you'll understand that and that your day will be wonderful. You know, I designed Navigator Launchpad for that reason. And as we launch it next month, I think you're going to find something that can really help. And it can be because it's a chat system, you can really be able to do things that you need to do and find some help without necessarily going out and telling anybody other than when you're talking to your phone and talking to the bot. So think about it. If you need some help, let's talk. If you need some ongoing help and want to try something new, it's coming at you. Navigator Launchpad is next month. Have a great day. Make it wonderful. You know, what you think about, you bring about. So think about that idea that if you've got positive thoughts, you'll get positive results. Negative comments lead to negative hate, and positive comments, positive thoughts lead towards positive results. It's the way the universe works. Okay? Take care. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.